Welcome to Creative Genius Labs. I'm your host, Zane Wild. Today, on Creative Genius Labs, imagine a world where vulnerability isn't a weakness, but the ultimate strength, even if it costs you everything. Today, we uncover the story of Pina Bausch, a dance revolutionary who bared her soul on stage, challenging us to embrace our deepest selves, even when the world isn't ready. But what happens when that vulnerability becomes her final, fatal act, and what can we learn from it? A single spotlight pierces the darkness of an empty stage in Wuppertal, Germany, 2009. In its beam lies a pair of worn ballet shoes, abandoned mid-step. The air carries a faint cough, then silence. A raspy voice whispers, "She gave everything to dance, but it almost killed her." This was Pina Bausch's final performance, though not one you'd find on any program. You might wonder how a woman who revolutionized modern dance, who touched countless lives through her raw emotional honesty, could die alone, her last act a sacrifice to her art. The answer lies not in her death, but in the transformative power of embracing what terrifies us most. Travel back to Solingen, Germany, 1940s. A young girl with watchful eyes moves silently through her parents' hotel restaurant. While other children play with dolls, 5-year-old Pina observes the wounded souls of post-war Germany. She witnesses the weight of grief in slumped shoulders, the flicker of joy in rare smiles, the desperation in a soldier's embrace during an impromptu dance. Behind a heavy curtain, Pina absorbs these unspoken stories. Words feel inadequate, but bodies speak volumes. Not a compliment, not a criticism, a simple truth that would shape her destiny. In her first ballet class, an instructor calls her a contortionist. Pina doesn't understand the word, but she understands the tone. Different, unusual, special. While other students perfect their arabesques, she studies her reflection, searching not for technical precision, but for emotional truth in her eyes. The traditional dance world demands ethereal smiles and graceful poses, but Pina has seen too much reality in her father's hotel to accept such artifice. She gravitates toward modern dance, where raw physicality speaks louder than practiced perfection. At the Folkwang School, under Kurt Juice's guidance, Pina learns to blend classical technique with modern expression, but something still feels missing. At 18, speaking no English, she boards a plane to New York's Juilliard School. She devours every style, every technique, every influence offered, yet the hunger persists. But technical mastery isn't enough. You might recognize this feeling, excelling at something while knowing deep down it's not quite your purpose. Pina doesn't want to just move beautifully. She wants to move truthfully. In 1973, Pina takes over Tanztheater Wuppertal. The rehearsal room pulses with an unusual energy. Instead of demonstrating steps, she asks questions. Hundreds of them, personal ones, painful ones. Her dancers resist at first. They're trained to perfect movements, not expose their souls. But Pina persists. She knows that true art requires true vulnerability. In their discomfort, she recognizes her own childhood fears, her own struggle to speak. Through dance, she will give voice to the unspeakable. If you're enjoying Creative Genius Labs, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Master Creators Challenge. Unlock hacks that make Da Vinci, Banksy, and Lady Gaga creative giants. Now, back to the episode. In 1975, Le Sacre du Printemps debuts. The stage is covered in soil. Dancers move with primal intensity, their breathing heavy, their movements violent and visceral. This isn't ballet, this isn't even modern dance. This is human truth expressed through bodies in motion. The audience sits stunned. Some walk out, others can't look away. Her work becomes more daring. In Café Moulin, dancers crash into tables and chairs, mirroring the chaos of human relationships. In Bluebeard, she confronts gender violence so directly that the piece is eventually banned. Personal tragedy strikes in 1980. Rolf Borzik, her life partner and creative collaborator, dies. Pina channels her grief into her work. Her pieces grow darker, more introspective. She pushes her dancers harder, demanding more emotional honesty. It becomes her mantra, her revelation. The very vulnerability that terrified her as a child becomes her greatest artistic weapon. You see it in every piece, the courage to be seen, truly seen, in all your human messiness. 2009. A persistent cough interrupts rehearsal. Pina ignores it. There's work to be done, a new piece to complete. When she finally sees a doctor, the diagnosis is cancer. She has days, maybe weeks, yet she returns to the studio. The piece must be finished. 5 days after her diagnosis, Pina Bausch dies. The ballet shoes from our opening scene belong to her final, unfinished work. You might ask why she chose art over life, but for Pina, they were the same thing. Her dedication wasn't martyrdom, it was completion of a life's mission to speak truth through movement. Today, dancers worldwide study Pina's methods. They ask the difficult questions. They dare to be vulnerable. But her legacy extends beyond dance. She showed us that our deepest fears, our strangest qualities, our most painful experiences, these aren't weaknesses to hide. They're gifts to share. Think about what you're afraid to reveal. What truth are you dancing around? Pina would tell you that's exactly where your power lies. Not in perfection, but in honest expression. Not in meeting expectations, but in daring to be different. The stage lights dim one final time, but before they do, consider this. Pina transformed dance by refusing to hide her truth. Your challenge isn't to dance like her, it's to live like her. To find the courage to be seen, truly seen, in all your beautiful strangeness. She wasn't talking about ballet. She was talking about living authentically, about moving through life with honest expression, about daring to show what really moves you. What truth will you dance today? On the next episode of Creative Genius Labs. Pina Bausch's story leaves us pondering the sacrifices artists make in their relentless pursuit of authentic expression. But what happens when that pursuit clashes with personal life, creating a storm of controversy and unforeseen tragedy? Imagine a world where creative genius battles inner turmoil, where the very foundations of innovation are built upon personal chaos. Next week, we explore just that as we shift gears from dance to architecture, diving into the life of a visionary whose designs reshaped the American landscape. This architect's story is one of resilience, a testament to the human spirit's ability to rebuild, both literally and figuratively, after devastation. Stick around, because you won't want to miss how this architect's unique philosophy of organic architecture paved the way for a new way to look at the relationship between our buildings and the world around us. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code, or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, the Master Creators Challenge. 7 days, 7 creative legends. Unlock your inner creative genius using the secret tactics of history's most revolutionary artists. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/CGL. Thanks for watching.